Pick up that.
For this? Yeah. It wasn't a public invite.
It says press conference.
First of all, I want to thank you for being here. I want to say we have a special work for the men and women that work the Tenderloin of the San Francisco Police Department. We have an incredible group of people that work under very difficult conditions in order to provide for the safety of the city. And I'm incredibly grateful for their work and very proud to be part of this organization. I think it's also important to thank the community, many of you that came here today to show your support for the men and women of this organization. More importantly, your support for the public safety mission and for making the city of San Francisco the safest large city in the country. And I'm going to continue to repeat that because I hope that it becomes part of our DNA, that we're going to make San Francisco the safest large city in the country. I have some people around me, and to my right I have Assistant Chief James Lynch from the Police Department, Deputy Chief Kevin Cashman, Deputy Chief David Shin, Commander John Murphy, and Captain Jimenez from the Tenderloin District. To my left I have the District Attorney, Campbell Harris, and the U.S. Attorney, Joe Rossinello, U.S. Office, USA Attorney, Greg Lauer. From the FBI, we have Special Agent Brian Smith. From Adult Probation, we have the Director of Adult Probation, Patrick Boyd. And then from our Police Commission, we have the Vice President of our Police Commission, Mr. Thomas Zuko, and Commissioner David Honor. What you're seeing here today is the beginning of a new process. I know that we have had many, many arrests in this area. The men and women of the police department have arrested many people over the last several years. And some people ask, well, what is the difference between today and all the arrests that were made before? And the difference is going to be that it's going to be a more concerted effort by everyone in law enforcement, from the police department, from the prosecutors, from our federal partners, as well as the community, and a more organized process in order to clean up this area. I believe that what is going on in the Tenderloin is unacceptable in any American city, and is certainly unacceptable in San Francisco. We have young people that are having to be subjected to a standard of living that no one should have to. They're walking to school, they're walking to the shops with their parents, and right in front of them we have people that are dealing narcotics, that are engaging in conduct that most of us will never allow to happen in front of our own homes. And I think that we really need to put ourselves together and put a stop to that. Now, some people have asked, is this a war on poor people or a war on homelessness? It is not. It is a war on crime. The people that were arrested here, and you're going to get a presentation in a few minutes, were people that were selling narcotics in our community. Many of them have been arrested multiple times. We have many that have been in parole, in and out of prison, many, many times. And we have even one that actually pulled out a sawed-off shotgun and tried to rob one of our undercover officers. So let's get it really clear. We're not talking about a war on poor people or homelessness. To the contrary, we're trying to make this area that is heavily populated by people that cannot afford to live anywhere a place that they can be proud of living, and a place where they have a safe environment, where they can avail themselves of all the services that this community so wisely has put together in order to serve people in need. But people that are selling drugs, people that are participating in organized crime, because that's really what it is many times. You have narcotics coming up through cartels, being distributed to gang members all the way down to the street. That is organized crime, folks. And we cannot say that that is okay. It is not okay. And we need to resolve with this community to stop that behavior. So let's call it for what it is. Anybody that is selling drugs here is a criminal. Now, the reasons why they're selling drugs may be different from individual to individual. And clearly, the solutions may also be different. There are some people that are incorrigible, and we're not going to be able to fix them. There are other people that if we offer them the opportunity they may avail themselves of the services that many of you in this community have been willing to provide for many years, and get them on the path of recovery. But either way, we all have to agree upon the fact that it is not okay to be selling drugs in our streets. We're not going to stop drug use in America, and certainly we're not going to stop drug use in San Francisco. But I think we should demand of ourselves that drug sales in the street that are connected to other crimes, that are connected to gangs, are unacceptable behavior. What I'd like to do next is I'm going to have our district attorney is going to say a few words. She will then be followed by Mr. Rosales and then by our FBI agents. And then after that, we're going to give you a quick presentation, and then we'll open it up for question and answer. For those of you in the Spanish-speaking media, after we finish this portion, I'll be available to you.
Thanks, Chief. Welcome aboard again. My name is H. Brown. I'm a San Francisco blogger at SF BullDog. I came here in '66. I've been in the Tenderloin since 1980. The problem's not what these guys do, it's that they're not there. I watch 100 drug deals on Mason Street outside my window every day. They show up, and then they go. That's the problem, they go. In jurisdictions around the world, they use something called Coban. You know what that is? A police kiosk. Coban. Okay, that's a 24/7, 365 presence. These guys will not man them. They had them. They took them and put them in DPW because Willie Brown made a deal. Remember Kamala? So with the POA for their support. We've got Coban. We want to see you remain outside our window. You've got across the street here, Bodecker Park. It's never been open. And it's a shame. You know why you can't see out the window? Because there isn't any. That is symbolic of the police relationship with the citizenry, particularly in the Tenderloin. Don't just come and bust somebody. Stay there. Give us 24. You got dozens of Cobans at DPW. Would you agree to bring one back as an experiment? One Coban?
What I can tell you is we're committed to this in every community in San Francisco. We will, okay, yes, that's it. Okay,
The answer is no then.
I did not say no, sir.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
I said that we are committed to every community in San Francisco. The fact that you have all these people here is a sign of our commitment.
I take that as a no then. I gave you a specific suggestion that's worked all around the world.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir. We'll be available for you for 4 or 5 minutes and we're going to wrap it up. But before we do that, I want to show you, to illustrate the dangers in this community. We have a shotgun here that was used by the individual. By the way, this is a 17-year-old that tried to rob her undercover.
Yeah, it was an examiner.
Yes. Okay. This is what we're talking about. For those people that talk about, you know, this is a war on poverty, a war on homelessness, a war on victimless crime. Here's what we're talking about. We had an officer that could have very easily been murdered while he was doing his work and trying to keep his community safe. Thank you very much.
That over there is really changing our idea. Yeah,
All right, I'm trying to aid them up there.
you're an alcohol violation.
I don't think you set the patrol.
I don't think your opinion is shared by the majority of the community.
Oh, you mean the majority of the community does not want a single officer foot patrol?
No, we're
The
not
majority of
saying
the community does not want a Coban set.
that. No, you're saying
Believe me, they all do. You're the ones who won't do it. Plus, you're afraid to fly helicopters too, right? That's interesting. You're the only major city in the United States that doesn't have a helicopter. Why? Because you had one
You know
wreck.
what? You're spouting all these facts that are untrue, so I don't know.
Every one of them. You got
Not
helicopters.
every major city has a helicopter. I can guarantee you.
We're the only one
So
in
I don't
California
know.
that doesn't.
I don't know where you're coming up with your facts
Because I was probably watching your department when you got on 66 start.
I am not going to dispute that part.
Your performance is going.
Well, I guess we can agree to disagree.